Coach Sloan coming off Mountain Pacific Sports Federation championships. Good moves by the Cougars, especially those men that won some races on the track that kind of stunned a lot of people.
They won the races convincingly. I think it was a great meet for us. We talked last week about expectations and what we thought would happen, and it went down the way we thought. Anytime you take 49 people to a track meet, there's going to be some people that have excitement and perform really well, and there's going to be some people that are disappointed with their performance. And that's the case in every track meet, and that's what you deal with. In this instance, 49 people went to Seattle. There were 13 men and women combined, 13 seasonal bests, 26 lifetime bests. That means they performed better than they ever did in their entire life. And so I'm very proud of that, very pleased with it. And it's something that we want to continue to move forward on. But our coaching staff and our athletes did a lot of hard work and great preparation to get ready to perform at that level. And very proud of them.
You've said that the student athletes really do buy into this team competition. They're used to it in high school where every meet is a team competition. And this year, having the men come up fourth was against some very well-respected nationally ranked teams was a good thing.
It was a great thing, I think, and they deserved it. They performed and competed very, very well, and I think it's great.
When they come back now the majority are going to be getting ready now for the outdoor season. Do they come back with some resilience, renewed enthusiasm because they have trained so hard and found success?
I think that's true of anything that you do in life. That you work hard at it and have success at it, it's reinforcing to make you want to work harder and to do even better. And we know that the challenges are out there for us. Pac-12 Conference Championship meet. We'll be seeing many of these same teams. There's teams in this conference like BYU and Long Beach State and North Region Irvine that are not part of the Pac-12. But SC was not in attendance, so they'll bring something to the table as well come May. And it's something that we're looking forward to, the challenge that's in front of us.
We've got Stephen Scott Ellis is already qualified for the long jump at the NCAA championships next weekend, and he's kind of right at the edge now. He's in, isn't he, for the triple jump?
Right now he is. He's in both of them. They take 16, and 12 relays, 16 across the board in the individual events. And Stephen is 13th in the long jump. That's 7 meters 74, which is 25.5 or 25.4.5, somewhere right in that range. And then in the triple jump, he is tied for 14th. So we think that he's okay. He's going to triple jump this weekend in Seattle. Sometimes you almost have to go to that last chance meet to protect your spot. And in some events, we're sending a distance medley relay to Notre Dame. You say, well, why go to Notre Dame? Because that's where they all go. And we look at that. The 4x4s go to Ames, Iowa, at Iowa State, and which we did for a couple of years, and made it into the national championships. And the DMRs all go to Notre Dame. So we look at those two sites as the first round of the NCAA.
Just about.
And even people who have a mark that looks to be fairly solid, they still go and race just to protect their position because they know that everybody's going to go there and they're all going to compete and run fast. So you've almost got to be a part of it if you want to go to the championship meet.
Is the Notre Dame, the Loftus Center, is that special? It's just where everybody goes.
Well, you know, it's special because the marks come out of there. But I've said with you on this occasion and previous occasions that what makes it special are the people that are on the track running. And when that level of competition comes, we could be racing on an indoor dirt track. And if the competition was there, people will perform. And that's what we're looking for.
Explain what the distance medley relay is.
It's a 4-person relay, and it opens up with it because of the meters, and it's set from a 400-meter track. So the first leg is 1,200 meters, which on an outdoor track would be 3 laps. For the old folks that are looking at this, it's the old 1320, back from when junior high years. So that opens up with a 1,200-meter leg, and then the second leg is 400 meters. Third leg is 800 meters, and it ends with a 1,600-meter leg, roughly a little short of a mile. And so it's a distance relay with a quarter-miler thrown in there. And I think we've got a pretty good team.
Who's going for us in order?
The leadoff leg will be Todd Wakefield, who just won the 3,000 meters at the Mountain Pacific, and it looks very strong right now, and I think we could put him in any race, and he would do well at it. The second leg will be Jacob Sealby, who split 45.8 at the Mountain Pacific 4x4. The third leg will be Jesse Jorgensen, was the 4th place finish in the 800 at that same meet. And then the anchor leg in the 1,600-meter leg will be Drew Jordan, who won the 5,000 meters, and the week before and actually came back and ran 4:05 in the mile after the 5,000 the next day, but the week before that ran 4:04 over at Idaho. And so Drew's kind of like Todd right now, where I think they're both very strong and competing very well. And I think any leg that we put Drew on, he'll probably be successful at as well. So I feel good about the entire team. All great competitors, all on top of their game right now. So what we need to do is get in a fast race and race people. And I think if we do that, I think we'll run a time that'll get us in.
What do you suspect that time's going to be?
You don't know. You can look at the list now
Right.
and say, but that list is going to change dramatically when this race. And the good thing about it is you don't have to really look around to all the different, I think there's maybe 6 or 7 last chance meets in the nation. You don't have to look around to the other meets. It's all right in front of you. You look at what took place in the heat before you and what takes place in the heat after you. That's your competition. I think that we can go down and run 9:36. And I think that's fast enough to get in.
Now, this group has not run together before in a relay.
No,
We've not run a DMR all season.
no.
But these 4 people are at the point in their own competitive and training conditioning that this is the right time.
I think that it is. There's not that many opportunities to run a distance medley relay. And usually when they do come, they come at a time when we're more interested in getting our individual marks. And so the reason these 2 relays are like the first round is that people have been competing in the open 400 or a 200 or both, and then a relay, so people haven't been fresh. And we didn't run this race at the Mountain Pacific because the 5,000 meters was before it.
Yeah.
And if Drew Jordan's one of our guys, then we can't give him half-hour rest and say, now go out and run a mile.
Yeah.
These relays, everybody brings fresh bodies, and it's at the very end of the indoor season, so everybody should be on top of their game. And then we'll all tighten up the shoelaces and see who's got it Friday night.
Anybody else, the DMR, Stefan Scott Ellis, anybody else that is going to a last chance meet with the hope of making it into the NCAA Indoor Championships?
No, that's where we are. There'll be a few people competing.
Right.
Maybe some of the people that didn't compete at the Mountain Pacific meet want to get a competition in, and they'll go over to Seattle and get that competition. But for the most part, it's Stefan. And I go back to a number of years back, Tyson Byers. We thought that he had a safe mark. And we kind of went back and forth of whether to take him and compete him. We decided to go ahead and do it. And he jumped what he needed to jump, and had he not gone to the meet, he would have been bumped out of the meet. And then he went to the national championships and jumped 18 feet and did a great job there, was All-American. So I think it's worth the effort to kind of, you've got him right on the edge right there, protect that spot and make sure they get to the championships.
So the majority of your teams do not compete this weekend or next weekend, because next weekend's the NCAA championships.
Correct.
But the weekend after that, you got an outdoor meet.
Outdoor meet, yeah. And unlike yesterday morning, it looks a little bit more like outdoor season now. But who knows what's going to take place between now and that first outdoor meet, weather-wise. We'll continue to train indoors if we have to, outdoors if we can. But we'll go up to Spokane and Spokane Falls on the blue track and get the outdoor season started. And then right after that, and that's kind of a preliminary, let's see where we are type of thing. Not everyone will compete there. But then the next week we're down to USC and we've got some great competition at that meet at Trojan Invitational. And then it's on from there.
It flies fast, doesn't it, Coach?
Yeah, it does go quickly.
Well, we wish the best to the Cougars at these last chance qualifying meets.
I do too. Hopefully we get some good marks out of it.
Thanks, Coach Sloan.
Thank you.